Welcome to our YouTube channel, where we take you on an exciting tour of the Daytona International Speedway in Daytona Beach, Florida.
At the light, turn right onto West International Speedway Boulevard.
Today, we're bringing you the ultimate Daytona International Speedway experience. Get ready for an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at this iconic racetrack that's steeped in history. Let's dive right in. The Legends of the Track exhibit. Here we celebrate the greats who've conquered the Daytona 500, showcasing their iconic cars and memorabilia. From Richard Petty to Dale Earnhardt, there's so much to admire and learn from here.
With the reimagination of this American icon, blending the modern amenities that today's sports fans demand with the heritage that race fans expect from Daytona. As 2016 saw the closest finish in the history of the Great American Race, it not only conjured memories of Johnny Beauchamp and Lee Petty's three-wide photo finish in the inaugural 1959 Daytona 500, but reminded race fans.
You'll see the banking. From our point of view, it's increasing. Technically, it is decreasing in the race format. Now we're getting right up to 31 degrees. So this is probably the most important part of our racetrack. You have 31 degrees, and that has to transition down to 3 degrees. Now, we could never go back to that. I never want to go back to sitting on a plank again. But anyway, that is the seating here in Daytona. Now you notice that the majority of the seats have this random multicolored design to them. Well, that is intentional. It's supposed to be for the TV folks at home. The TV audience, if looking, say there are empty seats here. Well, what it's supposed to look like, there are people sitting in those empty seats. Of course, that's never an issue with the Daytona 500. Because, well, we sell out every Daytona 500, so we never have empty seats. Alrighty, folks, we're going to be making our first stop here. We're going to stop at the start-finish line. We're going to let you guys off, walk on the track for a moment. Now, again, as I where the start of the race begins with the green flag and ends with the checkered flag. But every other subsequent restart actually happens right where we are now inside this Geico restart zone. You see the orange line up top? that indicates the restart zone. Now, every other restart besides after the initial green flag will happen in that spot, and that is controlled by the #1 position car. He controls the speed and when he accelerates, and he is in control of the restart. But it must happen within that restart zone. All right, folks, here we are on pit road. If you look to your left, you see the pit numbers. We do have 40 pit stalls here in Daytona. 40 pits is the maximum because 40 cars are the maximum amount of cars that can compete in a NASCAR Cup race. At one time it was 43 for years. Back in the beginning, was however many showed up. I think they had 75 cars at Darlington one time. It's now more controlled. We run 40 cars in each race, or less. Okay, now I think I mentioned, I didn't mention, pit road here is 1,600 feet long. Now, during an event, the speed limit on pit road is 55 miles per hour. And now we're turning onto this little roadway here is known as the Rolex chute. I'll explain that a little bit later on, what this actually means. But we are going to make our second stop right here. And we're going to go into Victory Lane. That's right, folks. This is where the celebration takes place of any winning vehicle. Actually, it's the third weekend in January, and it's an annual event. Now, that is a 24-hour endurance race, twice around the clock. And interesting part of that is, well, they actually will run 4 different classes of sports cars in that race at the same time. Makes it very interesting. Now, right on our left here, this is camping on Lake Lloyd. That's right, folks, this is premium camping. This camping area is also part of our 2004 renovation. You may have noticed I referred to this camping as premium camping on Lake Lloyd. That's right, folks. If you look beyond the camping, you see a lake there. That body of water is Lake Lloyd. Now, what I will mention is that lake is not natural. We did not build this facility around an existing body of water. Nope, that is a man-made lake for a specific purpose. Couple things. One, folks, this is an unsecured area, which means it is open to the public. So we ask you, please do not leave any of your possessions on the tram. Okay, at this point here, folks, I'd ask you to unhook a chain. We'll exit off the right side of the tram, and we'll get you guys inside. Now, this is the last leg of our tour. The next stop will be the Hall of Fame and Museum. But we do have a few things to show you and talk about before we get there. Now, right here on our right is one of our private gates. This is the alley suite tower gate. Obviously, as the name implies, it is a suite gate. In other words, if you're in one of our luxury suites, well, you take your own, go through your private gate, into your private elevator, right up to your private suite. All right, the next gate on our tour here is the Toyota gate, number 4 out of 5. Now, actually, folks, this is the gate we normally stop in on our tour. In fact, it's by contract with the Speedway and Toyota. It is contracted to use this gate. But a few times during the year with maintenance going on, they shut this gate down and we use Exalta. I'll be honest with you folks, personally, I prefer Exalta simply because it gets you guys right at the start-finish line, which I believe is the optimum place to see this facility. Now also over there in one Daytona, you see that large glass building. Well, that is NASCAR corporate. Along with IMSA, the International Motorsports Association, which is actually a subsidiary of NASCAR, well, all those offices are also contained in that glass building, crossover bridges. Now, folks, on the right we have 3 bronze statues that grace the front of our facility here. This first statue, this is Bill France Jr. He is the son of Big Bill France, and he's the man that's most responsible for bringing NASCAR into mainstream sports. And, of course, this statue here needs no introduction. This is the man himself, number 3, Dale Earnhardt, winner of the 1998 Daytona 500 and 34 races at this facility during his long career. And the final statue. This is a statue of Big Bill with his wife, Ann B. Of course, Big Bill is the man that's responsible for all you have seen and heard today on this tour. This was his dream and his vision come to reality.
That wraps up our Daytona International Speedway Tour. We hope you enjoyed this knowledge-packed journey. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more thrilling adventures. See you next time.